All right, hello, welcome back to another Speedrun video. Today's video, we have a very interesting video. We are going to be reacting to every single Week 17 game, and we're going to have to explain it or react to it or talk about it in 30 seconds or less. When I say or less, I mean 28, 29, 30. I got a timer right in front of me. I will make sure I put a timer on this video. And yeah, we're just going to talk about every single game. Timer starts now. Chiefs and Steelers was a game that was very disappointing because, you know, it's a second year for a Christmas game, and this game did not deliver. The Chiefs were dominating all game. Steelers really just could not fight back, or sometimes they got in their own way. Offensively and defensively, they couldn't get the third down stops that they needed to. The Chiefs, honestly, were kind of just having their way. Pretty disappointing outing from the Steelers, and a big win for the Chiefs, locking down that first game of the division. On to the next game. Timer restarts now. Ravens and Texans. This one was horrible. The Texans were very, very lackluster offensively. Couldn't do jack. And if they, drove downfield, they got in their own way, similar to the Steelers. And CJ Stroud, just pressure for him and missing some throws. And this sophomore slump is looking super, super real. Ravens, though, Lamar Jackson, he made a hell of a case for MVP. Moving on to the next game, we have Seahawks and Bears. This one was boring. Oh my gosh. Seahawks win probably one of the most boring games of the year, period. Bears could not muster any offense. DeAndre Swift had no room to run. The offensive line sometimes were just making huge errors, allowing Caleb Williams to get blasted. And yeah, time management seems to be a problem with this team. Moving on to the next game, we have Chargers and Patriots. Chargers actually looked pretty good offensively here. Justin Herbert got in his element. They also got the return of J.K. Dobbins, and it worked out. Patriots on the flip side, what more can you say other than just this team sucks? Very, very bad. They have Drake May. He's their future. You're looking forward to what he can do. Man, this season is an absolute wash. On the flip side, though, if we're talking about the good, they are now in the position for the #1 pick. Moving on to the next team, we have Broncos and Bengals. Beautiful football. One of the best games of the year. Broncos were fighting. Bo Nix had some serious dimes, and then he also had some serious misses. On the flip, though, Bengals offensively are just a problem. Joe Burrow, honestly, if this team had a good record, he'd probably be MVP over Lamar and over Josh Allen. T. Higgins had an insanely good game. Hats off to the Bengals, and maybe they'll make the playoffs. Then we talk about the Cardinals and Rams. Oh man, this game sucked. Reason why? Cardinals are so up and down. They start out 2-0. They lose 4 in a row, 2-4. Then they win, 4 in a row or something like that. And then they lose a bunch in a row again. And offensively, they're having the biggest issues for them. Kyler Murray's all over the place. Rams, though, offensively have not been excelling, but having some good defensive outings recently. Going into the next game, we have Cowboys and Eagles. Oh my gosh, this game was a blowout through and through. Saquon Barkley, though, absolutely having a hell, and I mean a hell of a day. Only 100 yards away from breaking the single season rushing record. Cowboys, though, this season's obviously a wash. Good for them to lose this game. Help their draft position a little bit better, because with Dak coming back next year, you're going to be in a spot where you could have a pretty good year, especially with CeeDee Lamb having the year he had with a bad quarterback. Panthers and Buccaneers, Baker Mayfield destroyed this secondary. He just had his way, whether it was a throw to McMillan or Mike Evans or Cade Otton. Mike Evans looking like he's going to have another 1,000-yard season. Dude's an absolute Hall of Famer. Panthers, Bryce Young having some nice throws here and there, but too many 3-and-outs. Too many drives that stalled out due to some poor play calling. Anyway, Jets, Bills, 40-14. Bills just absolutely dominated. It wasn't particularly close. Josh Allen, another good outing. James Cook having a touchdown and some yards to add to the total. And if you're the Jets, dude, I don't even know what to tell you, because this is one of those seasons to where you really thought that you would have some success. Aaron Rodgers is there, they're ready to roll, and then you don't, and it's just an absolute blunder. So, moving on. Colts and Giants. Two teams that fumbled opportunities. Giants have the number 1 pick in their hands. All they got to do is lose, and they come out slinging the ball with Drew Lock all of a sudden, and Malik Neighbor is looking amazing. I mean, he is amazing, but why? Why did you win this game? And then if you're the Colts, you are in a position to try and get into the playoffs, and you lose to the Giants. Disgusting from both teams. Horrible. Moving on to the Raiders and the Saints. Yeah, the Raiders are just a bad team, and so are the Saints. Not a lot to talk about here. It was not a very entertaining game. I mean, Aiden O'Connell, leading the way here. Brock Bowers is an insane rookie for any position, but obviously for the tight end spot. Shout out to Brock Bowers, and honestly, yeah, this game was pretty boring through and through. Moving on to the Titans and the Jaguars. The Jaguars, Brian Thomas Jr. is just insane. I mean, this dude is a rookie and another LSU receiver who's massively successful. This is his rookie season. He's playing with Mac Jones, and he's having games on games on games on games. What more can you say? This guy's unreal. Titans, tough loss again, but you want to lose. Help your pick. Dolphins and Browns. The Dolphins didn't look great. The Browns offense is so bad. DTR, Dorian Thompson-Robinson, is horrible. And this game was very, 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 very boring. Not a lot to say here. I forgot where my timer's at, but moving on. Packers and Vikings. This one was a freaking great one in the end. It got a little tight. But for the most of it, the Vikings were kind of just up the whole time, and then they ended up pulling away, and then the Packers were striving, and all of a sudden they were able to pass the ball, and Jordan Love was, looking a little bit better. But in the end, Vikings, they win, and it's going to be a hell of a match against the Lions for that division title next week. But shout out to Sam Darnold. Huge game from him. Falcons and Commanders. This was not a great game in terms of quarterback play from Michael Penix. I know you see the stat line. I know you heard Chris Collinsworth talk about him like, oh, he's making these accurate throws, but he had too many missed throws in key moments. Missing Bijan Robinson for a wide open touchdown, missing some first down conversions. Before the Kyle Pitts catch, he missed a wide open Drake London. Was there moments where I was impressed? Absolutely. But he missed a lot of throws. Big win for the Commanders, though. They're heading to the playoffs. Lions and 49ers. This Lions team is a freaking glass cannon. It's crazy. You talk about no defense, all offense. That is literally the Lions. They're like the Bengals 2.0 because, they're actually going to the playoffs. But man, their defense is so bad. Anyway, hopefully I was able to describe every game. 30 seconds or less. Some very simple reactions, some very more visible frustration / what are you doing? Like Giants, again, what are you doing? Keep your number 1 pick, bro. Obviously the coaches don't want to lose. Obviously the players don't want to lose. But god damn, if you're the owner, if you're there long term, if you're a fan, that is the number 1 pick is in your hands. It's in your hands. As always, I appreciate you guys for watching. Let me know what you think. This week was full of blowouts, honestly. There were some great games, but there was a lot of blowouts. As always, though, I greatly appreciate you guys for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe. It goes a long way to helping the channel. As always, this is We've Been Different. We've been different. And we out.